All right. Should be live. Actually, I'm going to close this. Don't need that anymore. Hope everyone's doing well. Actually, I got to do one more thing. Sorry, I started a bit late. I had to fix something on my stream, but we should be good to go. How's everyone's Saturday? Hope everyone's enjoying it. All right, I think we're good to go. I got everything set up. Did my X post, did all my stuff. How'd you guys do on the drop today for Black Suit Spider-Man? Did you guys use any MCP points? I'll be honest, I straight up overslept. I was actually up kind of late last night, hanging out with friends and stuff, and I completely forgot to set an alarm. But it seemed to work out anyway because Black Suit Spider-Man's doing not as well as I thought. I did take a look at it on the market and stuff, so I thought it would be a little bit closer to like 85, 90, like at the lowest, and I think last I saw it was at like 75. So I haven't looked at it yet in the last like probably 30 minutes, so it might have changed. But let's take a look at chat really quick. Interesting, it's not showing. I need to do this again. It seems to work. There it goes. Okay, there we go. Adrian Comics first. Like this is like minutes, not even a minute after I posted my post, so I appreciate it. You stopping by? Bob Sales, what up, vibes? How you doing? KGM Jam, sniping Silver Age comics, common covers, and uncommons for under $2. Interesting. I love to know which ones you're grabbing. Over on Candy, I'm picking up Golden Age core and uncommon for under $5. That's a good move. I will be honest. Some time ago, probably like 5 months ago at this point or something like that, maybe 6 months. This is before the migration to Candy, and like there just was not much going on. So to be frank, I just kind of sold a lot of my like secret rare, not secret rare, but legendary. I think they're legendary, right? The secret rare versions. I have not spent very much time on Candy at all. Honestly, I'll jump on Candy, buy a comic, buy a Cal, whatever, and then kind of just never look at it again until next drop. I'm kind of just treating it that way, but it's probably not a bad idea, KGM, to kind of circle back around and grab some of those good comics. Jason Pina says, where else can you buy something cool and then talk about it for an hour? Let's go vibes. Very true. I like to just talk about random stuff. So yeah, there's not a lot of content creators that just kind of just open forum, just talk about whatever. I'll look at collectibles, we'll look at comics, talk about, I don't know, OEP, MCP, speculation, a little bit of crypto. I don't know. I'm kind of down to talk about anything. So Adrian says he bid 27K MCP, but you got one without MCP. Nice. So it actually kind of worked out in your favor. You didn't get selected, or you didn't bid enough, and you got one anyway. So that's kind of the dream, right? Is that you just don't lose the MCP you bid, and then you can just use that to win. So that's nice. So congrats on that. You know, at least Black Suit is profitable. You can't say the same thing about Spider-Gwen right now. So cool. We'll jump into it. To be honest, I didn't have anything planned or scripted or anything like that. I mean, you guys know me. I don't plan anything ahead of time. We'll take a look very quickly at Black Suit, see what he's doing. I don't own one right now. I might buy one at some point. It's just hard because there's just so many things to buy. It's like $50 here, $80 there, $40 here, $150 there. And then, you know, especially for me, I'm kind of waiting for Todd to pull back a bit. Todd is kind of the one thing that I don't want to let get away, but I'm being patient too. So I'm not doing like a knee-jerk reaction and buying it. Yeah, wow. Actually, Black Suit pulled back quite a bit since I last checked. Last I checked, it was like 75. Now it's down to 67. So of course, not a single 3-digit mint to be found anywhere on the floor. Dude, those seem to always fetch a premium. Those 3 digits. It's just after a certain point, you just never see 3 digits anymore. Marty's hoverboard, man, I haven't thought about this thing in a while. Going for 16 gems. I'm kind of curious how, it's not its all-time low, is it? Let's look up at the hoverboards. And if you guys have anything you guys want me to look up or comment on or whatever, let me know. Hoverboards. Wow, all-time low was 16 gems. So it's pretty much at its all-time low right now. Could it go lower? Always. Right? Especially like it's kind of hard to say because with the crypto bull run, I mean, in my opinion, I think it's already here, right? It's just a little bit stagnant, but with the halving and stuff coming up, I'm very curious if people are going to take profits from crypto and like put them into Veve or other crypto, or are they just going to leave it and just hold it? I've heard a few people's, you know, once the initial pump happens, people are going to sell stuff, but some people are going to hold for like 1 to 2 years. So does that mean people are going to be putting more money into crypto and less into Veve? I think that's already been happening. I think because I've been doing the same, only because I do know it, in my opinion, you know, of course, not financial advice, but Bitcoin, Ethereum, Caspa, SCI, like all these, all these cryptos, I think are going to yield a better return in the next like 1 or 2 years than like Veve Collectibles. Me personally, I could be completely wrong. There could be a major partnership with like Disney or Marvel. Unless that happens, I just don't see, you know, Walt going back up to 50K like anytime soon, like what happened before. So that's my take. I'm still putting in money once in a while to play drops and stuff like that. But for now, I'm kind of been putting any disposable income I've had over the last few months pretty much into crypto rather than Veve. But there's still quite a few collectibles I have in my sights that I do want to like pull the trigger on and stuff. So, but yeah, Black Suit not performing as well as I thought. It doesn't surprise me considering the number of editions. I mean, 2,500 is quite a bit for the current market that we're in. So I don't want to say I'm like super surprised, but it's definitely not performing as well as I thought. I wonder if this pushed down Spider-Gwen at all. Okay, maybe not. Okay, she's been kind of going back up. I think she bottomed out at about 31 gems, and now she's back up to 38, so she's doing better. How many of these were there again? 2,200. Okay, even less Spider-Gwens than Black Suit Spider-Mans. That's interesting. Does my mic sound fine? I just want to make sure. There we go. Yeah, I think we are fine. Sometimes my mic gets turned around and I'm like talking into the back of my microphone. It's like super hard to hear me. Mic's okay? Okay, appreciate it, Meta Money. I appreciate that heads up. All right, let's go back. Meta Money, how you doing? I think I've seen you before, maybe on Twitter or something like that, maybe lurking about, but yeah. Not much to say here. I'm trying to think of what I bought recently. Okay, I will say this, Iron Man. I've been saying this for like months. I don't even think it's been months since this is released. When did this release? March 3rd. Okay, so it's been a little over a month. I've been saying this for weeks, but I definitely think this thing was like overbought. If you guys remember my last couple streams, I kind of said like, to be honest, there's kind of, I don't want to say no reason, but considering this is our third or what, third appearance of Iron Man on the app, there's a period of time where this is going for like 25, 28 gems, and I'm like, that is way too high. So I decided just to not buy it. I will say there's a 3-digit here. You guys can see that. If anyone wants this 3-digit for 18, that's there. So just like, yeah, for an extra gem and a half, there's a 3-digit Iron Man if anyone wants that. I could have bought it because, you know, I'm live streaming, but if anyone wants that, you can go for it. I definitely knew this was like overbought, and so I was just going to be patient and just kind of wait for it to pull back. I'll probably buy one more, but I definitely went pretty. I definitely bought a few Doctor Stranges because I'm like, it makes no sense that Doctor Strange is, there's less mints of Doctor Strange. Its first appearance, arguably the animation's better. and it's not, and it's going for less, and it's still going for less than Iron Man, and it only has 22 editions. So it's not like Doctor Strange is a no-namer superhero. I mean, I would argue he's probably what, top 3 for like the Avengers and Marvel and all that stuff. Like, I think a lot of people's favorite obviously is like Spider-Man, then Iron Man, then like maybe Doctor Strange and like Thor are kind of tied, right? A lot of people like Hulk too, so it's kind of hard. Maybe a lot of people, popularity wise, he is kind of competing, probably mostly with like Thor and Hulk and stuff, but just based off of like the MCU over the last 20 years, it's like you just can't beat Spider-Man and Iron Man, so maybe it makes sense. Silver Surfer at 20. Interesting. Let's check that out. Yeah, we're getting new all-time lows. I'm starting to see that right now. October, November of last year was like the time where things literally hit an all-time low. And then obviously it crested back up. A lot of hype around Omi Utility and MCP and like the comic shop and like all this kind of stuff got a lot of popularity, or just kind of a lot of hype back into VV. So things pumped again. I remember Todd was at like 900 at one point. Now he's back down to 6 whatever. So yeah, there was a lot of hype around it, but now it's like things are cooling off. I think things are more about crypto. I mean, VV still has a lot of amazing stuff lined up, right? I mean, including the comic website that they just launched a few weeks back. But I think people's attention's kind of shifted a little bit. And until VV gets mass adoption, or basically until Disney starts advertising VV on a lot of platforms, or Marvel or whoever, you know, we're not going to see 20,000 new users on VV buying stuff up, right? But Kryptoni, that's a good call. First appearance, Silver Surfer for 20 bucks. Wasn't this thing like 60? 50 or 60 gems? Yeah, it was going for 60 gems. So it's it's a third of box price. I will say, you know, mint numbers are a little high, but I mean, if you like Silver Surfer, not a bad price. Were any of these burned? 26 burned. I'm trying to remember what these were burned for. I don't exactly remember, but again, this one, I think another good one that I think people are overlooking is Daredevil. Seems like a lot of people that like Silver Surfer also like Daredevil. It's a kind of more of like a, I don't say like a niche fan base, but it's not as massive as like Wolverine or Spider-Man or Iron Man. But a lot of people do like Daredevil and Silver Surfer. But Daredevil is going for about 28 right now. Yeah, 29, 30. But there's only, what does it say in circulation? Yeah, there's less than 2,500 of these Daredevils. I think Daredevil actually looks pretty decent. This is one of the few times where I think VV does very well with like masked figures, but when it actually shows their whole head and face, like with no mask, doesn't look amazing. So this is kind of like a half and half, right? Bought one and a Daredevil and a Boba Fett UR. Yeah, those are all fantastic picks. Boba Fett UR, I do think is another very disrespected one. Probably because the mint numbers are a bit high. Again, this one's almost 6,000 mints. Jeez, box price on these were 80 gems. July 30th, 2022. Dude, isn't it crazy in a couple months, or in a few months, Boba Fett's going to be on the app for 2 years. Dude, time is just flying by on VV, and it's crazy how much time is like just really flying by on the app. So, but I do like Boba Fett a lot. I wonder what his all-time, whoop, one too far, what his all-time low was. I want to say it was like ultra rare, if I remember correctly. It was probably like 41. No way. All-time low floor. I think someone just mislisted this because it says all-time low was in 2022 for 22 gems. I think that was just a mislisting or something happened. Yeah, we're getting pretty darn low. Yeah, like the low point that I see here is basically like 40 gems. That was his all-time low, like half box price. which is crazy. You rarely see that where like you have a blind box with like 2, 3, 4, 5 collectibles, right? And they're all below retail. This is one of those ones where all 3 are below retail. I don't know how to pronounce your name. Meds. Hi, cutie. Hey, how you doing? Meta Money. In my opinion, Veve and Omi are a little stale at the moment since Veve Comics came out. My vault has dropped 600 to 700 gems. Didn't go for the Spider-Man today. I think they will drop to retail in the next month or two. It wouldn't surprise me based on how everything's going. I'm actually kind of glad I didn't go for the... I mean, even if you went for the drop, it's still technically profitable. I mean, if you bought it for the straight 50, you flipped it for 60, whatever right now, it's still profit. But yeah, that's just that's tough. I think it not being FA definitely holds it back. First black suit could be a thing. I do like it. Yeah, there's a decent amount of hype around the drop, but I don't think it was... I think a few things hold it back. I think the fact that it's only standing on a lamppost and you can't do anything else with it. I mean, I guess technically you could put like the lamppost below the ground and make it look like he's on a building or in the ground. Animation's good, but it's like, I kind of wish it was a bit more than just shooting a web and that's it. But it's still a good collectible. I like the black suit. I should probably pull it up so you guys can actually see what the hell it is. So I like the collectible. It's just I don't like it for even for 69 gems. You know, let alone 50. Oh, you bought the one for 25? Nice. Oh, back in like 2022. Do you remember that? They cast Julia Garner for the role of Silver Surfer. Julia Garner for Silver Surfer? Who's that? I feel like I've heard that name before. Wasn't Silver Surfer a dude? Like, if I go to Google and type in Silver Surfer. I thought he was human and he got transformed, but was he always like an alien? I mean, I will say sometimes in fiction, there's certain characters that you can kind of get away with, like either gender swapping or the character is already like kind of androgynous, like they're kind of an alien or like an otherworldly, like they don't have a certain thing. I don't know. We'll see. That's interesting. Kryptoni says you bought your Boba Fett for 52. Nice. That is a good price. 52. For, I mean, considering that a lot of people bought it for 80 or higher, I mean, 52 is not bad. Is tomorrow drops worth it? Good question. Honestly, so I'll be blunt. I have not seen cars. I'm not gonna go for it. 30 gems is a lot. There's a lot of other things I'd rather buy for 30 gems. And I'm pretty sure for this craft, you need one car or do you need all the cars? Okay, you need the uncommon and the ultra rare. That's kind of weird. So you don't need the secret rare. I actually kind of like this, that you don't need the secret rare to craft it. I actually do kind of like that crafting mechanic, that you don't need like, because that's always the biggest gatekeeper. But I will say that's usually also the reason why the secret rares are super expensive, is because that is the, you know, like the pigeonhole that forces people into buying it to craft the item. I'm personally going to skip it. If you like cars or if you've seen it, I mean, if you want to go for it, go for it. I do like the look of the ultra rare and the secret rare. I think they all look decent. I'm just not going to go for it for 30 gems. To be honest, I'd rather just spend it on other things or just save it. Pixel Trader says weekend vibes. What's up, dude? Thanks for stopping by. But Dr. Tito, I would say it's totally up to you. I mean, I think it's not going to be a surprise that the uncommon and rare are going to be below retail. I think the ultra rare and secret rare will be above retail, mostly because the secret rare is what's needed for the craft, right? So it might hover slightly above retail, maybe like 40 gems or something like that. Who knows? Secret rare always demands the most attention, right? Or the most amount of gems. So yeah, this one could go for, there's only 200. What are the other cars doing? If I just type in cars, cruise, flow. I could have sworn we had other cars. Is this our first cars drop on the app? No, it's because we have Lightning McQueen. Lightning McQueen. Okay, that's kind of our only reference. There's a lot of mints in this guy, so it's kind of hard to make a reference for this one. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know the price. I used to do price predictions all the time, but with the market being the way it is, I wouldn't be surprised if this was around 100, maybe a little bit lower, probably like 80. Have you got any interest in candy? I picked up 4 new bat cows. No, yeah, I like candy. I probably sold about 60% of my comics, maybe 70%. When oh my gosh, what do you call it? What was it called before? I'm gonna look it up right now. Like it's like I can visualize the website the way it was, all that stuff before candy, and I just cannot think of it for the life of me. Anyway, long story short, there just was not much going on, like on the platform, the website. No bat cal utility. I mean, there was utility, but it was very underwhelming. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna sell a lot of like my secret rare comics, get a lot of money, cash it out. I still have my old school cal, like my original bat cal. I still have a lot of like really good comics. I might circle back around and like buy some more, because now it seems, I mean, to be frank, right now is like a good accumulation period for like crypto and NFTs. You know, again, not financial advice, but I do think NFTs could go a bit lower. Crypto, depending on what you're buying, right? Depends. Now is a good time to accumulate. But I like it. And you got 4 cows, like of the new cows. Okay, I just bought one of the new cows off the market, or off the store, I should say, and that's it. I do have it here, I believe. Did I not put candy up here? Let me put candy over here really quick. Am I signed in? Okay, cool. Yep. Yeah, we'll pull up candy really quick. So I got one of these. Nothing fancy. I did sell a lot of stuff. Before, it says I have 4 pages of stuff. Before, I would say I probably had like 6 or 7. So I did sell a good amount of stuff. Overdrive patch. One thing I do love about candy is these unopened packs that I can have. You can like buy a comic and not open it and just sell it later. I had to buy one of these Teen Titans. Where is it? There it is. I had to buy one of these Teen Titans because, I mean, I got one right here. It's a 9.4. I got that as a gift. So I had to get the Teen Titan counterpart on the website. So I bought those on the market. Let me catch up with chat. I think I'm a little behind on chat. Got the AC Action Comics one discount on the McFarlane, or no, AC one. Oh yeah, today for Lobo, reveal tomorrow. Nice. I'm not on McFarlane. Nothing against it. I was in it, and then I got my account hacked and like lost all my NFTs, all my stuff, and so I made a new account. Now I'm like much safer. I don't know. I guess I just don't want to be in like too many projects at once. Although I do like McFarlane. A lot of the collectibles do look really cool. Because they really won the cup in the movie. Okay. Oh, those two. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, see, as you can tell, I've never seen the movie, so I don't know that movie. Flow with 200 editions might be worth, or there are SR that low that don't have much value. I'll take a look, Tito. We'll look at secret rare collectibles. We'll try and organize it by mint numbers, and we'll take a look here in a second. I have 3 OG cows, 3 legacy cows. I have a pretty nice collection on candy out of pocket, like 300 bucks. Collection's worth about 3K. That's awesome. Well, weren't the original cows like $300? I mean, I bought 2. I sold 1 for like $550-ish. I really like my current cow. I don't know if you guys have seen it. This is the one I actually minted, you know, on like the initial release of the whole Bat Cow DC Palm. That's what it's called, DC Palm, dude. It is. Yeah. This is the Bat Cow I had, or still have. I do like this one a lot. Has the little what's it called, like infrared light or headlamp, whatever. Yeah, like the infrared light. And I do like the black and purple a lot. Someone did offer me like 1500 bucks back in 2-3 years ago, and I said no. But this was because at the time Bat Cow floors was at like $900 or something like that, and I'm like, well, surely this should be more than 50% floor, because this has like a less than 1% like infrared light thing. What is it? Yeah, Bat Sense infrared receptor. That's a 1%. I mean, it's not the scarcest, you know, cowl with like a bunch of cool stuff, but I think it looks good. I really enjoy this one. So this one, unless if I did sell this cowl, I would immediately buy a new one, because I do like the Bat Cowl utility. So I wouldn't sell this and like just not replace it. I would sell this for whatever, buy one for the floor, because I do like candy, and I do like what candy's doing recently. So yeah, I mean, circling back around and grabbing some of these old school comics, like, dude, these All-American comics, like, that's a classic. That's a Grail. Superman going for $279. Oh man, this pulled back quite a bit. Too bad I don't have any like charts to really analyze like candy or Palm DC, like how well stuff is done. Yeah, there's still a lot of really good comics on here that you could accumulate. What was it earlier or more? Damn, that's a nice one. Thanks. I bought my cows at 200, 250. Oh, okay. So you bought them in the aftermarket. Okay. So you didn't buy like the initial ones. JKRB, what's up, dude? And nice little Cyclops there, dude. Something for the members. They get a little Cyclops icon. I do need to update these. So these are the emotes if you guys become a member. Oh, it doesn't really show, but those are the emotes. Why did it block it? Or it didn't show all of them. Those are those emotes, and these are these. To change them up though. We were talking about, what was it? Tito, flow with 200 editions might be worth, or are there SR that low that don't have much value? Let's take a look and see if we could do a search like that on my NFT tracker. We'll look at, I don't know if we can look at mint numbers, so we'll do secret rare collectibles. Hello? Okay, there it goes. Collectibles. Floor price, market listings. I guess we could do store price, because that compares it to the box price. And see how much it's up or down, I think. Or no. So compare, so okay. All right, I don't know if this is a good indicator. I don't think we can compare it by like number of mints. Maybe we'll just do floor price and just kind of flip it. So these are the cheapest SRs, so we can ignore these. That's the issue. There's gonna be like a lot of pencils and stuff, like a lot of posters. I don't know. What do you guys think is like a good comparable for when FA Mojo drop? Yeah, if you guys have seen episode 4 of X-Men, I'm not gonna do any spoilers, but other than that, then Mojo's in it. Mojo's pretty funny. It's definitely an interesting episode. A lot of posters and stuff. Ooh, dude, the desk is struggling. I know we're kind of getting a little off track here, but the desk is, man, all-time low, 27 gems. Right now it's going for basically 29. A lot of people were really hyped about this for like a long time, and I knew just to just stay away from it. But that's been unfortunately kind of the trend. Outside of the, I'd say, initial couple like Disney potion drops, outside of that, like Hulk, the desk. Gosh, there's like another airdrop or two that not airdrop, but like the crafting mechanic. Thanos, arguably the Thanos drop. Like, what's Thanos doing right now? I don't want to lose my spot on this search, so we'll just look up Thanos here. Now, what's this one going for? The secret rare. Going for like 300 gems right now. I mean, people were buying the Eye of Agamotto for more than that to like be able to craft this, like the secret rare. So, or the Aether, and there's a few others too. Yeah, I don't know. It's oh man, dude, Professor Xavier down to 38. Is that his first appearance? No, it's not. We have the little cell shading cartoony version of Professor X. That's the first appearance. What's Blade doing? Ooh, Blade, all-time low. You guys are Blade fans? He's down to 41. Gosh, he's been at 41 gems for 3 days. This is probably the most like recently dropped, most recent Marvel drop that everyone's just like completely overlooking right now. Not in the sense of like it's a fantastic buy. I do think this could potentially go lower, but there's Blade, less than 1,000 editions, yet he's below box price right now. Yeah, I'm not too sure here. Yeah, I can't really say. Oh wow, dude, these potions, I do like these potions, I will say that. Yeah, I remember these things going for like 200 gems. Oof, now it's pulled back all the way down to 50. All-time low is 40 gems on the potions. It kind of like, the potion has a kind of a special place for me because I don't know if you guys ever played Team Fortress 2 or anything like that, but that's where I made a decent amount of money selling digital collectibles, or basically digital hats and all kinds of stuff, playing that game. That's actually, I mean, I did that like 10-15 years ago, and there was a lot of crafting materials, and it's similar to this. It's like except in the game it was like a spell that you could like add to a weapon or something like that, or to like a hat with like a glowing effect, or it'd give you like fire footprints on the ground. I don't know, I've always liked this one, so it being between like 40 to 50 gems right now, I might actually buy one of these. But we will see. It's hard to say. Apparently 200 is low. 200 is very low. Again, it's just cars, right? So, I mean, are there people out there spending hundreds of dollars, thousands of dollars on like the IP cars as like collectibles physically? Like, it's also a bit of like a newer IP, right? Comparatively, in like Pixar, I know the original Cars has been out for a while, but it's not like it's been out for 40 years or 50 years or 60 years like Spider-Man. I think this Hulk pumped a bit too. Yeah, dude, this Hulk bottomed out at like 39 gems earlier this week, and now it's back up. And now he's back up to 55, so I think some people are kind of sleeping on Gray Hulk. Okay. Yeah, I can't really put my, my thing on it. I do think what's going to hurt the value is that it's not needed for the craft. I do think that is going to hurt the price quite a bit. If you needed it for the craft, it would probably be closer to like 150. Maybe a bit higher, but because it's not needed at all and it's just to kind of complete the set, and if you like cars, whatever, it could go down to like 80, but again, I could be wrong. But could not think of a comparison. Yeah, it's just tough. Jeff says late. You're not late. You're okay. It's 39 minutes after the stream started, but still, we're gonna be streaming for a while. So thanks for stopping by, Jeff. We're gonna keep shooting the shit here, having some fun. Yeah. So I mean, I say if you guys want to go for it, go for it. But there is a decent likelihood that if you land the Cruise or Mater, you're gonna go below retail. Jackson Storm, Flow are going to be obviously above retail. The Piston Cup, how many of these craft? You can craft up to 1,300 of them. I do think these will be like 30, maybe 30 gems, maybe a little bit lower. Because the only two things you need is a uncommon, which is probably going to be like 12, 15 gems, maybe a little bit higher because you needed to craft, and then the ultra rare, which will probably be closer to 40. And then after you craft both of those, you could sell the secret rare. I mean, there's a whole math behind it, right? Yeah, you lurk. I don't mind lurkers. And if you make yourself known, at that point, are you really lurking? But thanks for hanging out, Jeff. Say lurk mode activated. That's what you have to say. Like, all right, so yeah, lurk mode activated. Cool. Let's take a look at what's up and what's down right now. I'm kind of curious. Whoa. Is this a thing? So I guess there's only 3 or 4 of these in the market. So these were going for like 305. And so someone bought these up. Day. Wow. Okay, maybe the floor is just super thin. There was one was purchased today. This is the first appearance of Dazzler, if you guys didn't know. Uncanny X-Men 130. I guess there was just, you know, 3 or 4 on the floor. Someone bought one, then the price just skyrocketed to 1,000. So that's why. It's not like this is actually worth 1,000. Lincoln Ripper board, Amazing Spider-Man number 10. And it's gonna be tough with all these like new comics just like flooding the market. Like we're getting outside of the initial drop of just how many new comics did we get like on that first like Veve Comics release? Wasn't it over 100 comics that we got, right? That just kind of flooded the market, and now we're getting 7 new comics with anywhere between like 2 to 5 rarities between each one. So it's like just more and more comics. It's going to start skewing these like percentages. Like we're going to see a lot of these like newer comics just be like up at the top of this list because there's so few. Rewind Collective Heart. I do own one of these. I do say like if you don't own one of these, like you could used to be able to buy these for super cheap, like 10 gems. I think it just looks cool. I think it would look cool in the BB verse. So I do like that one. There's like a handful of collectibles that you just get just because they kind of look cool anywhere, or you can kind of put them in AR. I've been lurking for 30 minutes. What's up, Big A? Thanks for lurking. Like this one, the T-Rex. Like there's certain collectibles in my opinion that are super cheap, look super good in AR. And it's like, why not, you know? Nova number 1, not brand. Yeah, mostly comics. Riri Williams is up a bit. Nothing insane. I don't know. It's kind of hard to get a good feel on what's okay. Uncanny X-Men number 3, the Blob, first appearance. Okay, man, yeah, this thing ran up to like 7.5, 8 gems a few weeks back. Pulled back to 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 gems for this comic is an absolute steal in my opinion. But now that it's pushing 3.5, almost 4, I think it's an okay buy. This is also one of the ones. Did this have 10,000 editions? Staying in circulation, 3,600. No, this is the one that had 5,000 mints, I believe. Because it says in circulation. This is just the commons, so 3,600. Yeah, this one's pretty scarce. And, you know, I just love X-Men because I'm extremely biased. Why not? All right, let's see what's down right now. What's taking a dump? Storm. Doing a big pullback. Let's look at the 3-month. So yeah, there's times where she kind of spiked up. You know what? You know what's funny? Okay, maybe not. Maybe not. I thought like when they released the X-Men show, you know, X-Men 98, that like almost like each week it came out, like Storm would just go up. But that's not the case. Yeah, because the show didn't get released till March, and like all this stuff happened in like more like February. So there's also just a lot of storms. Just the uncommons. There's over 12,000 in circulate. That's just the uncommons, let alone the commons and the rares and the ultra rares and secret rares. There's just a lot of them. So last Bitcoin high was 69K, and halving could be on 420. Yep. Sounds about right. Whoever made Bitcoin definitely intentionally made it that way, where I'm not talking about the 69 thing, but I think they purposely put the halving on 420 in an election year every year, you know, a US election, like every year it's a US, because it's every 4 years the halving. I think all that stuff was intentional. It's almost like a little too convenient that it's like all those things kind of lined up, but that's true. 69 420, nice. All right, what else is down? Flirt kittens. Why did these pull back so hard? Was there some sort of crafting thing or something you needed? A couple of times these things went up to like 15 to 20 gems. Now they're a bit lower now. Okay, I do really like this comic because I do think Mary Jane looks fantastic in this. This is also another one of those like weird comics. It's definitely not a comic I would buy anytime soon, but if I had all the comics the handful I still want to buy, this is one of them, but it's not anytime soon. Yeah, no recent purchases. Last purchase was probably 2 weeks ago. Now, I'm starting to really like this stacker app. The one thing I like about it is like you can actually see purchases. One thing I did like about, oh my gosh, what was it called? Ecomi.wiki is that, you know, it was super active. Every hour price would change. It was super up to date. But the issue was like you never knew if it was an actual purchase unless you like really dug through the metadata. One thing I do like about stacker is like you can actually see like confirmed purchases. So it's not like just prices going up and down. You can actually see what was bought and sold. Interesting. Wonder Woman pulling back, but that's not the first appearance. Spider-Man 700. Candy X-Men 201. I don't know which one that is. Venom, Goofy. Lady Deadpool. This is also another one of those like goofy comic covers I really want. I don't know why, but I think it's hilarious that all the like the Marvel characters they just look like eggs. So first appearance of Forbush Man. Yeah, there wasn't, dude, this thing gets a sale every month, maybe every couple months. Yeah, not too often. Having dates move depends on the miners, but funny to think it could be on 420. Yeah, it could be. Fleur Kittens were a burn along with Kingpin and Hawkeye drop. All those spiked after the burn and have since pulled back. Okay, that makes sense. Thanks, Matt, for the kind of the insight on that. I figured there was something with it. I remember there was something with the Fleur Kittens or whatever. Now Hawkeye, that's an interesting one because that one was burned. I'm assuming that one went up and did actually pretty well. It says it's staying relatively flat. I thought this burn was pretty recently, like the last week or so. when Veve announced that burn for comics and certain collectibles. That's one thing I kind of don't like about let me see if I can find it. Where is Veve? There's Veve. When they announced the I might have to scroll back for a bit because Veve posts so darn much. When they announced that burn, there's probably an easier way to do this, but the one thing I don't like is they don't tell you which comics. So they tell you there's a burn, but you have no idea which comics are gonna get burned. And I don't know, there was quite a few comics that actually got burned and no one knew which ones. Okay, maybe the burn was a little bit further back than I thought. I could have sworn it was like a week or two ago. Maybe the burn was a little while ago. They're working hard on these. Okay, maybe it was a bit further back than I thought. Okay, never mind. Oh well, we'll skip it. Yeah, like we had no idea which comics were getting burned. So the ones I knew that got burned, like this one, like Uncanny X-Men 14, like this one actually got burned. First appearance of Sentinels. You can see here, burn editions 2076. These got burned. It's just a bit weird how they kind of pick and choose which comics get burned, because like Century #1 didn't get burned, but Uncanny X-Men 14 did. Same thing with, I just sworn there's another Marvel one here. Yeah, like Amazing Spider-Man 654, Spider-Man 209, Black Panther #8. Like none of these got burned, so I don't know why certain ones got skipped, even though there's certain ones that are older. So that part was a little, and same thing with this, like Ultimate Fantastic Four #1. Like you can still buy this. Why it didn't get burned, I don't know, but it's still in the store. Wondering if NFTs won't pump until later, like last cycle, and people are sitting on lots of crypto profit already. I think so too. That's kind of my take, because I think once crypto's kind of done what it's done, you know, and if people think it's going to start pulling back or whatever, like I do think people like investing in NFTs. I think it's going to be similar to last cycle, like you said, Pixel Trader. I remember Bitcoin, everything was going absolutely nuts. Omi was going crazy. A lot of stuff was going crazy. And then like Veve was kind of lagging behind, because I think people were just making too much on crypto to like put it into Veve. Having is based on block number, not date, and blocks have time variations until difficulty adjusts block time for hash rate. Okay. Yeah, see, I'm a complete noob when it comes to this kind of like crypto thing, or like how mining works, or the halving, or any of that stuff, so I have no idea. Kid Arcade, what's up everybody? How you doing, dude? I saw you stream earlier. I was out hiking or whatever. I actually did a hike this morning. It was like a 4.5 mile hike with me and my roommate. It was a lot of fun. Got some cool pictures. I've done that hike a few times. I do like that hike. Probably takes about an hour and a half, a little bit longer or so, but dude, it gets you tired. Big A says, Black Spider-Man had a fun round trip today. I sold mine to the early round at the current floor price. Nice. The burn was recent. You're right. They burned a lot of comics. Yeah, they did. They burned a lot of comics, and they just like randomly skipped others. So that's the part that I'm kind of confused about. So I'm not pointing out, even though I think this is technically a Marvel comic, it's like a Star Wars one. So maybe I get why they didn't burn that. But this Fantastic Four 66, like, why was that not burned? You know, this one's a Disney comic, so I get why it didn't get burned. Like, that's fine. I'm just kind of curious how they pick and choose which comics get burned. I think this one got burned too. Yeah, this Omega Red one. Yeah, there was not much was burned. You know, only 731 comics, but there was still a burn for this one. First appearance of Omega Red. I have this one physically. I have the. Is it around here? It's around here somewhere. I would have to dig it up, but I do have the physical one of this. It's a little beat up, but. Ray Jocelyn, did you see six AF-15 commons were transferred from Veve collection to 6 different people? I think that's because they won a certain giveaway. I thought that's what I heard. Is because you know how Veve's always doing these like giveaways, like comment, repost, put an AR picture, whatever it is. I heard they gave those away. So you know what? It's interesting you brought that up because I'm actually curious to see if those are actually on the market right now, because I think those are actually sub, you know, 200 whatever mint commons. Let's organize this by edition. Yeah, like these, I think a lot of these are below public mint. Let me do this. Let me actually find the article. Let's see if I can find the article over here and I'll show you guys. Okay, this is back when we were still using does it not show the first public mint? Okay, I think this is, yeah, this was super early. Yeah, there's not much here to see. But this is when we're on the same page here. This is when I think Veve didn't really post like the first public mint for comics. Like Veve didn't start doing that till the last, I'd say like 9 months, something like that. They didn't really start telling us like what's the first public mint. A hero variant. It doesn't say like first public mint, because this is like the article they used to announce it. Yeah, it doesn't say on here. But long story short, I'm pretty certain that those ones that we're looking at right here, like these are below public mint, supposedly. So correct me if I'm wrong. Actually, we could do this. This would be much easier. Comics. You said commons, right? Commons, yeah. Oh. All right, got to give that time to load, I guess. Wes, they burned your favorite comic, Omega Red, and Spider-Man 2. Nice. Yeah, so yeah, not too much was burned of the Omega Reds. Like we saw there's only like 700 or so, but still, I mean, that's more than 10%, because that comic only had 6,000 editions across all rarities. So they already burned more than 10%, which is pretty cool. And Spider-Man 2, they burned the first appearance of Sentinels. They burned a few others as well. Yeah, yesterday. Transfer. Issue. Oh, are these random mint numbers? Or oh, these are numbers that are withheld by Veve. Yeah, from Veve collection to Mikey. Okay, so maybe these are the ones, these are like the randomly selected ones that Veve got. So, you know, 7310, 6775, like all these mint numbers. So, okay, all right, maybe I was wrong. Or are you talking about this one over here? Issue 178 or 187. I don't think of like what this is on this side. I guess this is the lowest issue ones that were purchased. Okay, so I guess on the right side here, and I never noticed this, on the right side, this shows the lowest mint ones being purchased and like when. Because maybe this is the lowest public mint, 187. I'm not 100% sure. 186 is the lowest mint. Okay, thanks, Mr. 41. Yeah, because there's 187 right here. Someone bought it. But this was in 2022. The Discord is constantly doing giveaways, especially in the Master Collector group channels. Okay. That's cool. Yeah, I'm not in that Master Collector channel, so I wouldn't know. But thanks for the insight, Pixel Trader. I know you're Master Collector. I don't know, is anyone else in here Master Collector? I would assume Kryptoni. I would assume you are Wes. I assume there's a few others that are in Master Collector, or at least like could be if they just bought stuff for Master Collector points. Adrian Comics, in that Omega Red, you have the sports scene from the new TV show. Oh, really? Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I haven't read that comic, to be honest. I just like the cover. I like Omega Red as like a character. It's uncommon. Okay, it's uncommon. That's probably why. No problem, and great channel. Thanks for your content. Yeah, thanks, Mr. 41, for stopping by. I'm Master Collector, 4K points a day. Yeah, I'm at like an eighth of that. I think I get 500 and something points a day. Let me check. I haven't bought anything recently, so it should be accurate to like what I'm actually getting per day. Yeah, 558 points a day, and I haven't bought anything or sold anything, so it's not, it really shouldn't be like increased dramatically. Plat 2 though, that's weird. I was like, oh no, diamond is above platinum, so yeah, so I'm in platinum 2 right now. Interesting. Yeah, definitely when Veve made that change and like kind of shook up the rankings and stuff, a lot of people got kicked out of Master Collector, or like I said, I was in Diamond 1 for the whole time, basically a step down from Master Collector. I do like kind of how they did that though, because when I was getting 500 points a day, that put me at Diamond 1, but in order to get to like Master Collector, I think you had to have like, what was it, like 900 or 1,000? I don't remember how many points you needed, but it was like double the amount. So it's like, all right, the first 20 levels to go from, you know, bronze 5 or whatever the lowest level is up to diamond 1, you have to get X amount of points, but to get to the next level, you have to like more than double it. I'm a Master Collector as well. Nice, Bobby Green. Nice. Is there a Master Collector that's not actually down bad on Veve? It depends. For certain collectibles, yeah. I mean, yeah, everyone's down bad for the most part. I would say the few exceptions are, and actually we can see here. I'm assuming you like got it on the drop, right? Or something like that, or maybe you bought it. But I think if we do store price, maybe that's a good indicator. Not exactly. I mean, if you got any of these, and dude, wait. Is this right? Did this get released? The glider 2021? Dang. Wow, we were selling gliders for 127 gems back in the day. I don't know, I just noticed that. I think I must have just missed that drop. Yeah, I think things like Miles Morales, things, if you get like the Miles Morales drop, whatever, I mean, yeah, I mean, I assume people that are Master Collectors, they're a good handful of their collectibles are down pretty bad. Same thing with like their comics, but it depends. Unless they bought a lot of their stuff within like the last like 6 months to maybe a year, it's probably not too bad. But yeah, if you're buying stuff in 2021, or if you're buying Walt for 35K and now it's worth 2, yeah, then you're down pretty bad. I mostly hold everything I buy like a 401k, can't touch it for 25 years. Yeah, true. Like it's tough because you're never gonna time the top or the bottom, right? The very top or the very bottom of something. So if you got the funds and you like it and you want to buy it, you know, go for it. It's hard to say because there was a lot of gem like inflation too. So it's like, yeah, people are down bad, but like me personally, I think I put at this point maybe probably 700 bucks, maybe 800 into Veve so far, maybe a tiny bit more. Let's just call it 1,000. But like right now my stuff is worth like 6K. That's because I mostly just play drops. I didn't go for like any big purchases just because frankly I couldn't just throw money at the app. But Mr. V, hello vibes and company, let's go. What's up guys? Big A, just trying to figure out the cost benefit ratio of being a master in the current environment. I don't know, like what benefits have you guys noticed being a master collector other than like Discord giveaways? Are there any other benefits you guys get as master collector? I'm trying to think of like off the top of my head. That's like exclusive to you guys, not just like obviously getting a bunch of points per day, but just like exclusive. Or at least what would you guys like to see? Dude, this little head thingy is a little unsettling. I just noticed that those were pumpkins that were like outside of there. For some reason I thought it was like actual like brain mush coming out, but they're just pumpkins. Cool covers. I did buy one of these covers. Wait, what is my little collection here on whoops, way too zoomed in. There we go. My library. Oh, did I buy one of these? I think I did buy one of these recently. I did have a feeling these were gonna get burned. So I did buy one. I bought one more. But I did get a Spider-Man #1. I did get a rare and an uncommon. Did get a Deadpool one. I got another one too, but I sold it for a decent little profit. I don't know, how you guys liking the Veve Comics like website? Obviously it's much better than what it was when it first released, but kind of like just navigating some of the search stuff could use this, a little bit more polishing. But other than that, I think it's fine. And I know Veve announced new ones too. Didn't Veve announce the new comics coming out? I'm already there. Let's go to the top. Where is it? I thought they put out a, oh no, you know what? Oh, okay, here it is. Duh. They've retweeted Veve Comics. Like a friend, eligible. Out next week. Ultimate X-Men #2. All these X-Men 97 #2. I think that's going to do decently well. I think people are going to want to keep up with the run of X-Men 97. People are going to want #1, #2, and who knows how far that's going to go. Now, I'm not sure about these other ones. I don't know. Is there any on here that kind of jumps out to you guys, or you guys are trying to get? Here's some of the covers. Ooh, that Spider-Verse, Star Spider's it's pretty cool, I gotta admit. I'm a little over Spider-Man, to be honest, but I definitely see the appeal. Who is your favorite comic book artist? Tag your favorite artist below. X-Men X symbol. I will say a lot of the art looks really cool. It just sucks that it's just not worth very much, right? I'll occasionally go for new stuff, but for the most part, I'm still buying the old school, you know, Golden Age, Silver Age, Bronze Age stuff. Master Collector airdrops would be nice, actually rewarding collectors. I think so too, or at least maybe there's a small portion that is reserved strictly for Master Collectors for like each drop, like 5%. Like 5% of the drop can only go to Master Collectors. I don't know, something like that. Wes, yeah, I agree. Or like every quarter there's an airdrop for master collectors, or before they recalculate, because remember they did the recalculation, I don't know, I think it was a couple months ago at this point. Before they do that, whoever was master collector gets an airdrop, and then when they recalculate it, that way if you get kicked out of master collector, you don't just lose out. At least you got the airdrop, and then you can kind of work your way back up. One ton man. What's up, dude? We chilling with the vibes. Yes, sir. At least the Veve comic site can search properly. Very true. That is one nice thing. For example, I don't know what I'd be looking for. I'll do 97. All right, that didn't really work. What if I just did normal 97? If I did X-Men. Okay, there's X-Men, but it's still not showing X-Men 97. Yeah, that's a bit weird. I have to go like this week. Maybe it's because I'm under this week, I think. Let's try it from here. There we go. Okay, that's because I had this week as the filter. So that's me. Yeah, so if you just type in like 97, it's there. Of course it's sold out, obviously. It's been sold out. I did go for it, and I think I only got an uncommon. I tried to get 2 or whatever, but just didn't pan out that way. I do think the price is going to pull back a bit. Last time I checked, it was going for like 60 gems. Yeah, what's it going for right now? Was it sold recently? There it is. Oh, wow. It's going for 45 right now. I knew the price was going to go down. I'm like, there's no way it stays at like... Because what did it top off at? Or top at? Like 80 or 75 or something like that? You guys got me jumping all over the place. I'll do 97. All-time low, 49. It's even lower than that right now. Yeah, all-time high was 70 gems, I guess. I'm sure there was times where it crested above that, but essentially it was at like 70 gems. Now it's pulling back to 45. I knew this one was a bit too high. I'm gonna chill until this one gets to like 30, 35. It could go that low. But I do think people want the whole run. I know I want the whole run. I just have the uncommon right now, and I do want the classic cover. I know you did DC earlier. I got my Robin physical from Candy yesterday, so they're finally mailing. Nice. Robin physical. Okay. What was that for again? I feel like I signed up for that. It's very like low. I'm trying to remember what that was about, Big A. Because I think I remember signing up for something a while back for like a physical or something like that. I could be completely wrong. Jeff, I want to take my comment back. No, I messed up the search thing, so that was on me. One ton man. Dude, I gotta say your name every time. Your name is probably the most fun name to say. I gotta say. May the 4th coming soon. They're kind of running out of Star Wars things to sell, right? No, there's still a lot. There's Han Solo, there's Leia, there's Chewie, there's Darth Maul, there's gosh, there's so many more things. They could do like more ships, so they could do something like the there's like Y-wings, I know there's the X-wing, I thought there was like an H-wing or something like that. I know there's a Y-wing, which is more of like a bomber type ship. They could do the AT-ATs, like the big ones on Hoth. They could do they still have a lot of stuff to drop if they wanted to. They could even do, I mean, there's a lot of like Marvel Extended Universe stuff too. So if you just start doing some like Bad Batch, or you start doing that, I haven't watched those shows, but I know there's still a lot of Star Wars to be released. So I'm not too concerned with them like running out of ideas for Star Wars. Plus they could always do Star Wars is like one of their, other than Marvel, it's like one of their biggest IPs at Disney, right? Like they have a whole section just for Disney. So they won't have any shortage of stuff to sell or throw out there. So I'm not too concerned for it. Now, is it like, if you're talking about worthwhile drops, yeah, there's like Han, Leia, Chewie. I think Darth Maul would do great too, like Emperor Palpatine. There's not Rey, not Kylo, not those guys. Dude, I would love to get, you know, I don't know if you guys ever played this game. I would love this character. I don't know if you guys ever played. I don't know if you guys ever played Knights of the Old Republic. I'm sure a good amount of you have. I would love HK-47 as a character to get. See if I can like pull up a picture. He's a pretty cool looking android in the game, and he's super funny, very like dry sense of humor and all that stuff. But yeah, he has a lot of really, he actually one of the most well-written characters, I think, in my opinion, for the game. And he's a super cool android. Not android, sorry, robot. Or droid. Season 1, Omi staking airdrops should be soon. Guess they didn't prepare for the time zone differences and are addressing it before dropping them. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, dude, of course. How could I forget? Millennium Falcon drop would be hype. Yeah, like there's still plenty of stuff that'd be dropped on for Star Wars, so I'm not too concerned. But there's a lot of stuff, I'll say it, there's a lot of stuff that's still profitable. If all those were dropped and like the last thing we had was like Ewoks, Gungans, random like background characters, or like a third or fourth or fifth release of, you know, Luke Skywalker or whatever, then like, okay, now it's like, we're kind of running out of stuff to drop. But until then, I don't think that's not gonna happen anytime soon. My comic vault says 10 million. It's worth, or my comic vault says it's worth 10.2 million. It's because it is, Tucson. You should cash out and live in Hawaii, but you know, I think you're already there. Jeff, what funny is collectibles of some random garbage that have 40 mints can run up to thousands when it's a new age comic. It's like selling for 100. Yeah, I mean, scarcity is definitely a big part. Scarcity, I think, just makes it more volatile, in my opinion. So if it's a super popular thing like Miles and it's scarce, it just makes it more volatile. But if it's not very scarce, it's super popular, but there's like a million of them, then it's going to tend to pull back. Like, for example, a classic one is like, I don't know, probably C3PO. Whoop. Dude, sorry. I hate because my mic right here covers, like when I'm looking at it, it covers my entire keyboard and I can't see it. Can I not type out C3PO? Trying to find out like what I need to type to have it show up. That's kind of one issue, is like R2D2 or R2D2. It works fine when I type it R2D2, but not C3PO. I know R2D2 is kind of an example. 8,000 editions is a lot nowadays. Back then, not so much, but yeah, like C3PO is going for less than 100 or at 100 right now because there's 12,000. Still haven't got my physical Robin comic. Okay. It's been months. I forgot what it was for already. Wes, you remember? Yeah. Yeah, they've been tricking out to users. Okay, trickling it out to users. Gotcha. Bat sub vibes. Did you go for the drop today? I thought about going for the drop, but 50 gems is pretty steep for me right now. Dude, same. I'm actually kind of glad I overslept for the drop. Like straight up overslept. I missed the drop by like 3 minutes. I woke up and I was like, man, I'm tired. And then I looked at my phone and I saw like Spider-Man's about to be dropped. You know, I see the alert from Veve, the alert on like my email and like all this stuff. I'm like, oh man, I completely forgot. And I opened up the app and I looked at the clock and it was already 7:58, I think. And so I missed it by like 3 minutes. I'm like, oh my God, I missed the drop. I was like, all right, we'll see how this plays out. I'll try for a rebound. Didn't get any rebounds, of course, which I'm gonna say right now, I think Veve needs to fix rebounds. What they need to do, the whole point of the what's it called, waitlist system, was to stop people from getting drops because they just had faster internet or faster connection or whatever. That's still happening with rebounds, even though, let's say even 10% of the drop is like rebound eligible or whatever because people didn't buy it or whatever. I think it should go back into a pool. There should be a new wait list, and it should go out to people accordingly. Like if you don't have one already, if you have one already, you can't go for it again. But if you didn't get one, you can enter like a new wait list that's 15 minutes after or whatever, and go for it that way. Because I was in Vault stream and some other people's streams, and I've been doing this for a while. It seems like it's the same people every time getting rebounds. Again, they could be lying or they could be whatever, you know, memeing, whatever. But it does seem like it's the same people like every time getting a rebound over and over and over. And I will say if people were botting old drops, because that's the same system, right? You wait for the buy button to show up and then you can click it. It's like, I think people are just, could be, I'm not saying people are, but people could be botting the rebounds, which is kind of annoying in my opinion. I think they need to do another waitlist system for rebounds. It's like, all right, everyone bought it. Okay, whatever's left over, we're going to do another waitlist for people that don't have one yet. Do it again and just keep doing that over and over, so that way it's not based on like internet or speed or whatever. Because yeah, I don't know, I think that's just the most fair in my opinion. But yeah, I skipped the drop unintentionally and it actually kind of worked out. I mean, it's still profitable. What's it going for right now? 70. Okay, it pulled up a bit. I think it was at like 67 at one point at the very beginning of the stream, so it pulled up about. Guess wrong. Then you said I love to get what? Oh, Darth Revan. Darth Revan is cool. Yeah, I mean, there's so much expanded universe stuff. I mean, we still could drop like Ahsoka Tano. Like, there's still a lot of like really cool Mando, Baby Yoda. Like, dude, there's still so much stuff we could drop on Veve. You know your Star Wars. Thought you were a Trek kind of dude. I like both. I like both. I like Star Trek more, but I know like the more normie sci-fi acceptable thing is like Star Wars, right? It's kind of like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of like another good comparison. I know, it's like, all right, if you like this, you know, it's okay. If you like sci-fi, you like this and this, but like, all right, if you're really into it, or like really, I don't know, I don't want to say to me, but like if you're really cultured, you would like this instead, or you like this in addition to that. That's kind of how it is for me. It's like, all right, if you like sci-fi, you'll like Star Wars, but I don't know, Star Trek it's a bit dated, right? But I do like how they kind of tackle a lot of different issues, socially, economically, all this stuff, but they just window dress everything as aliens, right? But rebounds are the most fun out of the drops. I don't know, with drops that were like this competitive, it just seemed unfair, and there's not a lot of feedback. So, you know, when you're going for a rebound, you click it, either you get it or you don't. There's not a lot of feedback as to like, oh, you just missed it or whatever. It's like, at least with even though it's all an illusion, right? Like the perception of it being fair is more important than it actually being fair. I'd rather have that. I'd rather have any of the drops after this. If there are any rebounds, they go into a separate wait list. You click accept, you go in again and you try it. Now, if you have fast internet, or you do live on the East Coast or something like that, or if you do, I wonder if that thing is still true. If you still like live on the East Coast, you have an easier chance at a rebound. But waiting for troopers to get back down to $10. It could happen. There's a lot of them. How many? I know there's a bit of a competition for people stacking stormtroopers. I wonder how. I think it's all one word. That's why. I think last I saw, there's kind of a competition. Yeah, this guy still has 561 stormtroopers. And 433, 225. Yeah, so there's definitely some people buying a lot. Could it get back down to 10? It wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me if it went back down to 10, given enough time. But we'll see. Literally Star Trek preview on TV as you talk about them. Some series called Discovery. Nah, we don't talk about Discovery. I did hear what was the new Star Trek show called? Strange New Worlds. Okay, so I have not seen it yet, but I heard Strange New Worlds was very, very good. I also heard Picard season 3 was very good. That's what Hinano's been telling me. He's like, don't watch the first 2 seasons, just watch season 3. That's very good. I'm like, all right. I did hear Strange New Worlds is very good. But I mean, it's hard to top classic TNG, The Next Generation Star Trek. That's very good too. I'm not sure why it's not loading. It's not really loading these purchases. I was just kind of curious to see how many people have been buying these recently. I mean, Stormtroopers did get as low as 14 gems. Now they're back up to 17. I maybe 10 gems a little optimistic, but if you're comfortable with like probably like 13, there's a good chance. There's probably a chance to go down to like 13, like 12 or 13. Which crypto do I have my eye on? So I don't really like. I know how to search like for crypto, but like I don't really have like the experience or the nuance to like do a research them and look at their white paper and like see if this is legit and like is this mimicking like another project that's not very good or whatever. Thank you for the sub. I have no idea. But so far the ones I've been focusing on just personally, and again, not financial advice, is like GFAL, SEI, Caspa, obviously a little bit of Bitcoin, just to kind of like move stuff around. Could have sworn there's another one I had. I just don't remember off the top of my head. I don't know. I know there's a lot of like very small ones. I know a lot of people have been talking about Chuck. I might buy some Chuck. I know there's a lot of people like the Veve community in that one, so I might throw like $50 at it or $100 at it just to kind of see what happens. But not too big into like the meme coins, just because my schedule just doesn't really allow for me to like get in and out quickly. Like if I did get into a meme coin, like the goal would be to like get like a 3 or 4x or 5 or whatever and just like get out. Like no loyalty to like the community or anything like that. Like if I was at a meme coin, I'm like, all right, get in, get out, you know, whatever. But with just the way my work is, and you know, I'm tied up for like 9 hours a day at taking calls. Like if something ever happened to that meme coin where like it skyrocketed up, like I'm not there fast enough to like sell it in time, or I don't want to be obsessively keeping tabs on it. So I kind of would prefer just to like stay with some of the layer 1 ones that I think that could do very well. And I think Caspa could do very well. SCI, like I don't know all the nuances about it. It's mostly recommendations I've heard from like friends and other people in the community. And I thought, I kind of looked at them. I was like, all right, I like this. They seem legit. So crazy Veve guy, Spider-Gwen and Black Suit Spidey are good looking collectibles, but do you think Veve will release other better poses with maybe even better animations? Probably. I don't see any reason why not. I remember there was someone in a video or like one of my streams I talked about some time ago. There was a comment talking about scarcity and like how important it was. It was like comparing like Elsa, like Golden Moments Elsa, FA, to the Platinum Moments Elsa, which is not FA, right? I mean, we'll just pull them up real quick. And I remember someone said, and they're not wrong, it's just, you know, different perspectives, right? Yeah, so there's the Platinum Moments. It's like, well, this Elsa's 200, but this other Elsa's only at 95, which, by the way, apparently Elsa is at an all-time low of 95 gems. So just kind of a heads up there. But a lot of people are saying like, well, this is double the price. This is also, you know, very, very scarce. There's only 640 of them. This has obviously only been in the market for 4 months, while the other one's been in the market for 3 years at this point. Right? Little over, probably like 2.5 years. This thing's been in the market for about 2.5 years. But regardless, in my opinion, you can't replace FA, right? First appearance Elsa, like they could release a million more Elsas, but it's never going to replace the FA tag. Now some people might like Platinum Moments Elsa. That's, you can totally do that. If you like Elsa, buy both, whatever. But Veve could always release a new Elsa, a better looking one with an animation that's more scarce, is a new thing. It's like, okay, this is the more scarce Elsa for now, but they can always release a new one that looks better. You know, they could release a Diamond Moments Elsa. They could release a whatever, like whatever. They could release a million Elsas, but there's only one FA. And yeah, it does have a lot of mints, whatever, but I don't know. That's just like my take on it. And I think first appearance is something that's like universally known across like the collecting community of all mediums, comics, cards, like whatever, like it's first appearance, first whatever, like it's pretty much universal. So yeah, so kind of to answer your question, crazy VV guy, probably. And I don't see any reason why they wouldn't, especially as like VV gets better, or as the IPs get more comfortable with like more elaborate, more graphically intensive like collectibles, or they want to add utility or a bunch of cool stuff. Now if something has like crazy utility, you know, or it enables you certain access to places, yeah, obviously those are going to do very well. But again, it's like there's still only one first appearance, and collectors in general are always going to value first appearance. Let me say it this way. I feel like pretty much every collector is going to put some value or significance on first appearance, but not every collector puts value on scarcity. I guess that's kind of the trade-off. But then again, I mean, you don't need to convince 4 million people that Platinum Moments Elsa is the best thing ever. You only need to convince 640 people. That's the case. So I don't think either is wrong. It's just different strategies. That's it. A solid project I'm building a huge bag of is Avalanche. I have heard of Avalanche. Some of the top games about to launch on AVAX, Shrapnel, and Off the Grid. I'm not too, I don't know. Again, I think take everything I'm saying with like a huge grain of salt. I'm not that into crypto. I've already kind of like picked out the crypto I want. There might be some that I might buy some new ones, but I just think gaming is a little oversaturated right now. Same thing with like AI. Like there's just so many like AI this or AI that. And it's like, I don't know. It's like, all right, what's the goal of this AI? What's the end game? What's it trying to do? Same thing with gaming. I think there's going to be a point where there's going to be thousands of gaming tokens or gaming this and that. Not that I, you know, think that's not the case here. At least just for me personally, I think gaming is just a bit saturated. Now I do own GFAL, but other than that, I've also heard of Avalanche, and I have heard Avalanche is pretty good. So I would have to kind of brush up and do more research on crypto. I feel like the people that I talk to that do crypto, they do it all day, every day. So I kind of trust them in some of their suggestions than over mine. So my opinion is very little to no research and just based off the opinions of other people. So just a heads up there. I hope that gives you comfort in knowing that I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, Black Suit Spider-Man making a bit of a move, going up to 75. It was at 67 not too long ago. What's Gwen doing? Really? I type in Gwen, it's not showing. I type in Ghost. Oh, it's because it's Ghost Spider, not Gwen. Yeah, she's going up a bit too. I think she's still at where she was before, but looks like this hasn't updated. That's one thing I need to ask. I don't know who I would ask. I don't know, Dr. Profit, whoever, like how often this actually updates the pricing. Because we've been streaming for how long now? An hour and a half, and this hasn't updated yet. So it's not ever, it doesn't seem like it's every hour like it is on you know, Ecomi Wiki, but or like it was. Yeah, nothing really new here. Maybe there's something that pumped that I overlooked down here. Okay, X-Men number 4. I do really like this comic. I have a few of these and I want to buy more. The only thing that's kind of holding me back is that this is a 30,000 edition comic. So that does make me a little hesitant. I don't want to say I've like not bought them, but I've kind of shied away from like those like 30,000, 40, 50, 60,000 edition comics. And I've been kind of favoring more the ones that are like 10,000 or less. At least if it's a first appearance, and it's been kind of my plan so far. Cool. No, I haven't really spent a lot of time on candy at all. Like, to be honest, just at all. Nothing against it. I've always just found Veve and other stuff a little bit more appealing, because it unfortunately, but it does seem like kind of the only thing going for candy right now is just the comic drops, or the occasional airdrop, or crafting this or crafting that. Ever since they did migrate to candy, there's been a lot of good things that's been happening. Interesting. It signed me out. All right, we'll just close it. I wonder how these gloves are doing. Wow. Well, those are the ultra rares. What are the... Jeez, I can't type. What are the secret rares doing right now? 130. Interesting. I thought these would do a little bit better. I don't know. Would you guys consider this like first appearance sports? Like these gloves? I think a lot of people were really hyped about this. Obviously Joseph Parker, great boxer, but I thought these would do a little bit better, especially since, how many mints did this have? 342. I think maybe it's just because like Veve doesn't have like a ton of boxing fans right now. That's kind of what I would assume. What was I going to look forward to? Cyclops. Pushing 20 gems. I think there was a brief period of time he did go back down to like 17. I was almost going to buy a few more of him at 17. And now he's pumped up to 20. So I'm kind of holding back on that. I haven't really looked at my collection. I think I do want to get back to my collection. How much is this selling for now? 39. I paid 34 for mine. I do need to look at my collection to just kind of find certain things I'm just not in love with anymore, and maybe thin it out a bit. Kind of have like this little stamp just for the MCP points. I like Stargate. I don't know why I still have this stamp, to be honest. For the MCP points. Maybe I just like couldn't sell it in time or something. Man, Darkseid, dude. Darkseid pulled back a ton. This one's a little disappointing. So I paid 60 bucks for this. Now it's going for 23. Darkseid's another one that's pulled back a ton. I'm kind of surprised because Darkseid, I mean, there's a little under 2,000 mints. It's like the amount of mints is like on like the medium side, but on the lower of the medium. So it's like, in my opinion, scarce is less than 1,000. And then from basically like 1 to 3,000 is considered like 1,500 to like 3,000 is considered, you know, decently scarce, but not crazy. But I mean, isn't this like one of the main villains for DC? Like the dude, like Spider-Man fights all the time. He's like the Thanos threat for DC. Yeah, this dude is getting completely dumped on for 23 gems. Some of the DC characters. I know we always talk about Marvel on here, which is great. Don't get me wrong. 23 gems for Darkseid. We'll look at Green Lantern. Hal Jordan. Do I own one of these guys? Yeah, this is what's interesting. It's like there's more mints of Hal Jordan, and he's going for more than Darkseid. So I guess people do want to complete the Justice League set. Are we missing anyone? I think we're missing Martian Manhunter. I think that's like the last guy we're missing, because we have Superman, we have Batman, we have Green Lantern, we have Wonder Woman. I think we're just missing Martian Manhunter, right? We have Flash. So like we got all of them. We're just missing one more guy. Yeah, I don't own one of these. I thought I did. What's Superman doing? I know Superman is pretty darn low. Yeah, 259. I know he's pulled back a ton. His all-time low was in, wow, just yesterday for 250. Yeah, Superman's all-time low was yesterday. Say the 6th. Yeah, today's yeah, yesterday. Someone bought one for 250. That's the lowest Superman's ever been. There's a lot of collectibles. That's a little bit too big. There's a lot of collectibles right now going for all-time lows. Superman, Harley Quinn. Difference to all-time low. Let's flip this. So these are all the ones that are at their all-time low, like as of today. Dick Spring Joker. There's a decent amount of season 1 stuff on here. Labracorn. Yeah, I remember, dude, people were hyped about this Labracorn back in the day because it was like throwing up like rainbows and stuff. Yeah, Labracorn for less than 20. This thing was selling for 520 gems at one point. Jeez. All right, let's do this. Not suggesting you buy something. Not suggesting you buy just something you should put on your radar and look into. It's 100% not just gaming play. Okay, well, I appreciate that, Big A. Yeah, I'll look at. I have heard of Avalanche, actually, tons of times. So I've done no research into it. I've heard of it. I'll probably have to ask some of my friends that do a lot of crypto investing, like what they think of it. And again, I'm always willing to throw 50 bucks at some, 50, 100 bucks, see what happens. Like I'm always willing to do that for certain things, if it sounds good. FA Spider-Man SR, 1,000 editions is $5K. FA Blade, 1,000 editions is $40. Make it make sense. Well, there's variations, right? I think you know why, Wes. I don't think you need me to explain, but it's the big reason is the Spider-Man, obviously most popular superhero probably of all time. Obviously Superman's older, but it's probably half a step behind Superman if you're talking about the most popular superhero of all time. Not only that, that's this SR. There's only so many to be had. Blade is not nearly as popular. Doesn't look as good in my opinion as well. It also dropped during the time where, like, obviously a lot of gems were being injected into the market. A lot of people on Veve, a lot of hype. It was like the first bull run for like a lot of people back then. It was first bull run for me where I'm like, what is going on? Things are running up to like 80K, like, you know, whatever. I mean, it just goes to show that arguably Spider-Man is probably 100 times more popular, at least, than Blade, right? If you asked 100 people on the street if they knew who Blade was, I don't know how many would say yes or how many people would say yes or no. But if you asked 100 people how many knew Spider-Man, probably 99 of them would say they knew Spider-Man. And I know that's not always a one-to-one translation, because out of those 100 people, how many are willing to spend $5,000 on a Spider-Man? Probably none of them, right? You'd have to get out to like 1,000 or 10,000 or however many thousand people that are willing to spend the money on it. But I think you know the answer. And there's so many different variables that are because of that. So I don't think it's just straight like that's FA, that's 1,000 mints, that's 1,000 mints. They should be the same price. It's like you got to take the popularity and when they were released, how long they've been on Veve, who owns them, right? I think whales are a bit more inclined to collect Spider-Man than, or to stack Spider-Man than they are Blade. That Hal Jordan looks really good, and so he does animations probably affecting, and so does the animation. I will say, yeah, I agree. The Hal Jordan animation looks really good. The sound is good too. So I do want to pick up a Hal Jordan. I don't remember what his all-time low was. I think it was like 25. Out at dinner, I'll watch later. Let's go. Thanks, Pasternak, for stopping by and saying hi. Let's get back to these all-time lows. Also, all-time low. We'll try and point out some interesting ones. Cat Bronson. I know some people really like Cat Bronson. I mean, he's still profitable if you got it on drop, but some people really like independent artists. Wally, all-time low, 35 gems. Lady Rainicorn, I don't know if you guys saw that. That's going for 50 whatever. I think we're gonna stick with collectibles. I don't want to look at the comics. I'm just gonna look at collectibles for now. Yeah, so Lady Rainicorn is down quite a bit. Jeez, it's hard to think this Ecto 1 was going for 120 gems at this point. Dude, like the very early days of Veve, like is there anyone here that's been here since like season 1 or 2 or of Veve? Because I don't think I joined Veve until season 3, whenever they did Disney. Whenever they did Disney, like Golden Moments, that's when I started. I don't even know what. Let's do this. Just do Iron Man. Is that one word? 2 words? No. Iron Man. What season was he? Season 3. So I started season 3. I'm just curious if anyone here started season 1. Jeez. DeLorean. There's 25,000 of them, but if you want a DeLorean, 6 gems, 7 gems. So also, there's Wally. Steamboat Willie, if you don't want the UR. Steamboat's low. Winnie the Pooh. Rare Thor. Kit. Dude, I've been keeping a very close eye on Kit. I think it's one of the cooler looking cars. It's iconic. And if you're bullish on the Veveverse or whatever, like getting a cool car for like 16 gems, pretty decent deal, especially since it was released for 120. So I think that one's cool. Daredevil, all-time low. Dude, there's a lot of decent stuff going for super cheap. Cylon Battles Base Star. Might have to grab some of those. I do like me some Battlestar Galactica. If there's anything on here that pop out to you guys too, let me know. If there's any collectibles I overlooked, or you think ones that are... What about this Ursula? $1.75 gems. Released for 20. That thing is down, what? Almost 95% now? RoboCop. Remember how crazy everyone was about like the jetpack and this and that? It's like, I'm not touching any of that. So RoboCop, all-time low for 47 gems. Admiral Akbar, the meme himself, 69 gems, all-time low. I hope that never goes down lower. Is this the cheapest Lambo? Remind me to look at Lambos later. I'm kind of curious what the cheapest Lambo's going for now. That one actually looks pretty cool. And for 35 gems, it's not bad. Ooh, we got this one for 25. Batman Who Laughs, I kind of knew that wasn't going to do very well. Blade, going for 40. Yeah, all-time low. Wow, Doctor Strange. It still kind of blows my mind that people are kind of disrespecting Doctor Strange as much as he is. But oh well. I can't control the market. People are going to do what they want. I'm not going to get upset at the community for not valuing something as much as I am. Okay. All right, so now these are things that aren't at an all-time low, but they're very, very close. Because this whole page, this is like the last of like the all-time lows. But once you start getting here, these are things that are like a few percentage points above their all-time low. So it's still like a super, super deep discount. Like this Infinity Gauntlet, this empty one, going for 8 gems. Genie Lamp, going for 18 as well. So I do kind of like this one. It's Pride 2 poster. I think this one's animated. Going for how much? 26. Disney D logo. Wow, Comet Spider-Man's almost back to retail. 40 gems. All-time low was 46. So right now, and this is what I mean, like it's 1 gem above its all-time low. So like now it's still a decent time. It's just tough because there's 32,000 Spider-Mans, but then again, I've also heard like half of these are actually locked up in like Veve account, or like randomly locked like Veve accounts, or like the actual like Veve like wallet. I don't know. I think he's saying Blade is still known character with that same size mint should not be 99.25 less than Spider-Man. I mean, it is what it is. It's, I don't know. I think people are just kind of deciding with their wallet, right? So it's either it's. I don't think like I was trying to like say something like I was like either you're right or like everyone's wrong. Like which one's more likely? I don't know. I get what you mean, but I don't know. We'll have to play a game later, see what we can buy for 40 gems. My Veve birthday is April 9th, 2021. Nice, Big A. Yeah, you should do a post. You know, make a AR photo or do something. If you have any screenshots from like back in the day, I actually have still a lot of screenshots saved when I like win a drop or whatever. Yeah, so if you have any like kind of old throwback photos, you should definitely do that and post it on Twitter. Crazy Dan 420, good vibes. Let's go. Thanks for stopping by. Still looking at the market. So these are things that aren't at their all-time low, but I would assume they are probably very, very close. Like this Marty hoverboard, 16 gems. Superman, yeah, again, very close to all-time low. Ultraman Ace. I know a lot of people like this collectible. I like it too. Just the what am I trying to say? Way it appears. I don't know. I kind of prefer the OG Ultraman instead of this, but Joe mad. Almost back to retail. He was going for 45 gems. Now he's at 58. Joker is another fantastic one. This one's straight up below retail. His all-time low is 57. Now he's going for 59, 60. So basically 3 gems above his all-time low. Joker's also being disrespected, in my opinion. Arguably, I think him, Vader, and like what's probably the most popular villains? Most popular, I don't know what you would call it. Most popular, I don't know, fictional villains. From across the, I mean, they start throwing ones like Hannibal Lecter or whatever, but it's like Darth Vader and Joker always makes, and from like articles I've looked online and stuff like that, they're always like in the top 3, like those two, at least top 5. But if you look up like anything where it's like most popular fictional villains, Joker and Vader are always like top 2, like in the top 3, if not top 5. Well, prices keep dipping, everything is low. In my opinion, and again, not financial advice, I do think things could go lower. I think they could. Unless something crazy happens on Veve, because I do think a lot of people are putting their money into crypto right now, just based on how well it's performed, and it's only going to go up even higher, in my opinion, over the next like year and a half. Because I know if I put $1,000 in Veve right now, and I don't even know what's going for like 1,000 right now. Let's keep looking at this, and I'll kind of look at it. Flash. Probably at all-time low. It kind of sucks he's paired up with Superman, but you know, first appearance is still first appearance. Harley Quinn. Yeah, her all-time low was 33 gems. She's at 35 right now. Yeah, her all-time low happened like a week ago. Yeah, a lot of stuff is very low right now. Astro Boy, C3PO, Supergirl. Ooh, I might need to buy this. I mean, who does not like this Supergirl? right? Frank Cho, great artist. Scout Trooper, Vision. Yeah. I was just looking at what's 1,000. I don't know. I was just gonna make a random example, but like, let's say I bought Rizzo right now for like 1,000 gems. I feel like if you put it in certain crypto, like Casper or something like that, I think it's gonna do fantastic over this next year. I'm just not sure what's gonna perform better, like a crypto, or even if you just threw it in Bitcoin and just didn't do anything with it, right? I think it's gonna perform better than buying a Rizzo. It's like then you would just take the profits from Bitcoin or whatever the hell you have invested, and then like buy Rizzo later. I do think based on what happened last time while the bull run was happening, like Veve was kind of like not so much an afterthought, but it was just like, I think a lot of people were like, all right, I'm going to do all my stuff with crypto, get my profits, you know, maybe play the occasional drop on Veve. If it's an obvious drop like Wolverine or Darth Maul or something like that, where it's just like super popular character, relatively low mints, guaranteed profit, okay, then you play those drops. But at least that's my strategy. That's my strategy personally. And I think other people are following certain variations of that strategy, but I could be wrong. Rafael Martinez, do you think people spending 25K plus MCP for a $30 profit is worth it? I don't think a lot of people knew it was only going to be a $30 profit. I was not going to bid any MCP on the drop. I was just going to just go for the drop and just kind of hope for the best. I mean, if you have the MCP to burn, go for it. I mean, you wanted to buy it. I mean, I feel like, I don't want to say most people that use MCP intend to keep it anyway, or like they're planning on not selling it anytime soon, but it could happen. So I don't know. What do you think about people spending? What do you think about people spending for a $30 profit? Is it worth it? It depends. I will say it. So it depends on how many MCP points you get a day. I mean, if you're getting 2,000 a day, like if you could replace those 25,000 points in a week, not that big of a deal, whatever. But for someone like me, getting 25K back would take me, yeah, like 50 days. It would take like a month and a half, almost 2 months. So it's like, it wouldn't be worth it for me. So, I mean, to each their own. I mean, people can burn their master collector points however they want. Why did Big quit poker? I'm not sure. We might play tonight. Ashtons are less than 1K. Talking about these. Seek a rare Aston Martins. Yeah, these are below retail right now too. Yeah, there's only 500. I think there's closer to 400 and whatever that are left. I mean, all-time low for this was 669. This was some time ago. And this was about 9 months ago. Maybe a little bit less, like 8 months ago. I don't know. There's just like other things I'd rather buy. Like me personally, I think I'd rather either grab like Todd and a lot of first appearances that I don't have yet, or I would just stack a shit ton of like first appearance comics that I don't have yet. Right, to each their own. Why does everyone care about someone else's spending useless MCP? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Some people are like very opinionated, like they have to be I don't know. But I get what you mean. So like I'm not against you, Tucson or Rafael Martinez here, but I'm pretty like indifferent. I'm like, people can do what they want. If you lost a bunch of money, I've lost a bunch of money buying certain things. I thought it was going to go up and it didn't work out and I flipped it for a loss. Like it happens. So I know some people are very opinionated, like, because I don't even know who, but I could totally see people be like, yeah, these people are stupid. Why would you spend that much MCP? That's like, you know, that's like a dollar profit per, you know, 2,000 MCP. Like, why would you ever do that? Or like 10,000 MCP, whatever. It's like, I don't know. I don't really care. So I don't know. I'm pretty indifferent. You know, a lot of people had issues with like, I'm pretty much like pro free market. I'm pro letting people do whatever they want. I'm also about fairness. That's why the whole rebound thing, like I'm an advocate to like, hey, if there's rebounds, I think they should just do a whole new wait list for people that haven't gotten the drop yet and do a new wait list thing versus like whoever has like a better phone and a better part of the world and they can get rebounds easier for certain drops. Like, I'm not a huge fan of that, to be honest. I think they should just, the whole point of the waitlist system was to prevent people from getting drops because they have faster internet. And now we're doing this. New Lambo soon? Very true. Veve did announce something about new Lambo. Veve. We still don't know what's going on. These Lamborghini digital collectibles are about to take the Veve roads by storm. Can you guess what model will be dropping April 14th at 8 a.m.? I don't know. What do you guys think that is? I'm not a car person at all, let alone like a Lambo person, but I don't know. What do you guys think that is? I'm kind of curious in the comments. 2022 Lamborghini Aventador? Aventador? I don't know. I think that's how you pronounce it. SVJ? I mean, that's pretty dead on. Probably because Froey Comey owns one of these. Yeah, I think that has to be it too. Gonna say that's because you own one. I think it's that car. It looks freaking sweet. It looks really awesome. I need it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm not a, depending on the mints, I don't really, I did the first Lambo drop and I think I did okay. I think I sold it for a very small profit or either a small loss. I don't remember. And then since then, I've kind of just watched Lambo drops and they just do not seem very good. It's basically like you land the secret rare or bust. That's pretty much it for Lambo. Don't get me wrong. A lot of drops are like that, but it's like secret rare or bust and that's it. And I'm not a huge fan of drops like that. Not stupid. It just seems like people didn't spend any MCP and still got the drop or got the rebound with no MCP spent. I feel like MCP is not worthless and it helps us get drops, which is a VIP coupon. No, that's exactly what it's for. I do like the fact that like you can spend MCP and if you don't spend enough, you at least still have a chance to win. I do like that aspect. But yeah, I mean, I think I'm trying to remember what the amount was to like win this Spider-Man drop. I thought it was like you said, 25K or like 30K MCP and like people got the drop. I mean, if you really want to just secure the drop and you want to spend MCP, go for it. I know for me personally, it's not if, I think when they drop Wolverine, I'm probably just going to go all in. It really depends on the mint numbers, how many rarities. If there's 5 rarities of Wolverine, and there's 40,000 mints, I'm probably not going to spend any MCP because MCP is only good for the initial drop, not for like rebounds or anything like that. It's like, all right, if there's 40,000 mints, I don't need to spend any MCP. But now if Wolverine is the same mints as like Miles Morales and there's only like 2 or 3 rarities and that's it, like, yeah, I'm probably going to go all in or very close to it personally. So that's cool. And you did remind me actually, Tucson, so I appreciate that, about Lambo. I did want to look at Lambos really quick just to see what the cheapest ones are. Do Lambo here. Lambo. What is the cheapest one right now? That's the real question. Big A says too low to be a Storado. I think it's an I'm completely butchering these names, so. All right, let's flip this. All right, so the cheapest, I mean, there is what? There's a couple of Lambos that are actually at their all-time low right now, but you can get some okay looking Lambos. I actually really like this one. I actually do like the white Lambo. Countach, I think that's how you pronounce it. I think before I was saying like Count Talker or something, completely butchering the name. I like this one a lot. I know the mints are kind of high, but it's like, bro, it's white. It's the interior looks cool. I like the aesthetic. Like, it just looks sick. Plus, if there's ever like a Vice City GTA, I think that's also part of the reason why I like it. It gives me like GTA Vice City vibe. There's a car that you drive that looks just like this or very similar to it, and I enjoyed that a lot. Though I do think, oof, the 350 GTs do look nice. I still think color wise, I do like this color the most, this like maroon color the most. I actually saw on the road today, what was it? It wasn't a Lambo, but it was a Stingray, I think. It was like a 60 something Stingray. I saw like literally on the way back from my hike, my roommate picked out, he's a big car guy. And so he pointed out and he was like, oh, that car is beautiful. I'm like, what are you talking? And I looked over and I think it was like a blue. Which is Corvette, by the way. I don't know. I can't find like a good picture of it. Yeah, it kind of looked like this. I had like all the original parts and stuff. It looked very, very good. I'm not even a car person, and I saw it and I'm like, bro, that's a cool ass looking car. I don't know. I'm not exactly sure about the year. I just typed in 1963 because that was like my friend's best guess. But it looked very similar to this, except it had it didn't have a hood or not a roof or whatever. I don't know, I'm gonna stop talking about cars like I know like what I'm talking about. See here. Trump is selling his Vegas hotel because he's broke. I mean, wasn't he always kind of broke on paper? Technically. All right, cool. All right, well, we've been streaming for about 2 hours. I'm probably gonna call it for a day for now. I do want to start making videos again. I know before I actually made more videos than streams. I actually enjoyed making videos over streams back in the day. Like, this is when I originally started the YouTube channel. But now I've done streams because it's so easy to turn on the camera, start talking about Veve stuff, and be done with it. But I do want to start making some videos too, talking about random stuff, mostly like Veve things that they can improve on, or things I want to see. Things I'm buying, things I'm looking at, whatever. I know it's a little bit more digestible to watch than like a 2-hour stream, right? So cool. I mean, unless you guys have anything you want to like talk about or whatever, let me know. But if not, I'm gonna be hopping off, so I'm gonna be chilling here for a second. Again, I just want to say thanks to Big A, Tucson, Rafael Martinez, Tito, Crazy, Dan 420, Wes, if you're still around, Pasternak, I know you're out at dinner. Hope you have a good dinner. Jeff. Crazy. I'm just looking up at the chat, random people. I'm just saying bye. So, awesome. Well, thanks everyone for stopping by. Hope you guys have a great weekend. Take care. And if you are going for the cars drop tomorrow, I hope you all land Mater. Hope you guys all get Mater. So, you think they will play us and make a Wolverine a Mighty? It would suck. I mean, I just want an FA Wolverine. If it's a Mighty, so be it. If it's not a Mighty and it's actually like I think the perfect Wolverine drop would be 2 Wolverines. One is animated and the other one is just a static version, you know, a secret rare and a common or whatever the rarity they do. That, or they do like a Miles Morales. I actually don't mind like a brown suit Wolverine where it's like his classic you know, old school look. The classic yellow and, you know, black. And then if there's like an animated one where he's in his yellow and black, or if it's like Old Man Logan or something like that, I wouldn't mind that. If they actually had like Old Man Logan, the, you know, brown suit kind of looking one, and then also the yellow and black, I wouldn't mind that all in one drop. I wouldn't mind that at all. How they distribute the rarities and secret rares, which one's the highest, it doesn't really matter to me. But yeah, if they troll us and make it a mighty, then so be it. I'm just not sure who they would partner it up with. Ooh, that is a good reminder. Thank you for reminding me. So you guys can thank Rafael Martinez for keeping the stream going. The drops. Mighties. What was the most recent one that dropped? It wasn't the X-Men one, right? It was the X-Men. Okay. All right, cover your eyes really quick, because I know when I click on this article, it always like freaks out. The drop. Oh wait, did this sell out? Wait, did this drop sell out? I think it did. Did I pass it? Oh no, these mighties are the new ones. These are the newest ones to drop. Let me look at the X-Men ones really quick. Because those were not sold out for a very long time. If these sold out recently, then that kind of changes the game a little bit. Yeah, these are sold out. Interesting. Okay, because these were not sold out like a few days ago. Or like a week ago, if I remember correctly. So that kind of changes the game a bit on these. But let me grab this one. More on the blog. Sorry about that. This is what I'm excited about. Down. Obviously all this. So we're gonna get Magneto and Blob. This is what I'm excited about. X-Men villains. I'm excited about X-Men villains, personally. Magneto and Blob can be Venomized, so we already know we're getting those two. Magneto, I'll grab one, whatever. I already have his FA. But like if they drop Blob and Toad and Sabretooth and Mystique and I don't know who else they would drop. I'm trying to think of like the show. I don't think we already have Juggernaut, not a mighty. Trying to think of like who else they could who else could they drop? They could drop Pyro, obviously. There's a lot of good ones. I'm gonna go pretty hard on the villains. Thanks for the day stream. Or sorry, thanks for the stream vibes. Have a great day, everyone. Thank you. Don't say that. You're gonna jinx us. I'll quit Veve if FA Wolverine is a mighty. Denim jeans Wolverine, not bad. Yeah, denim jeans Wolverine wearing like the bomber jacket and like the I'm talking about this Wolverine. He was wearing it in the... If I can find a shot. I think you're talking about this one. I'm trying to find like a cartoon of him. Yeah, like this version of Wolverine. Like this version, right? Something like that. Where he has his like denim jeans, his boots. He's got like the bomber jacket and the flannel shirt. I like this one. I like this Wolverine too. And then if we also get like brown suit, I would like this one too if we got something similar to this. Brown suit I think would look sick. So it's like, I don't know, however they want to do it, I'd be stoked. So Sabretooth, yes sir. Yeah, that's the one with the jeans, yes sir. Yeah, I knew which one you were talking about. But cool, thank you so much everyone for stopping by. Have a great weekend. Hope you all get maters tomorrow, and I'll talk to you later. Don't forget to double and triple check all of your listings so you don't screw yourself over.